Good afternoon, sports fans. We're coming to you on a Friday just because of scheduling conflicts.
Yes.
It's a bit of a somber day here in Toronto, recapping the wacky Wednesday that had all the teams in action and not a great winning percentage on the whole, only the Raptors coming up with the win.
Yep.
So, the Leafs in that Game 7.
Oh, I'll tell you, it was a real Game 7 game, but we blew it. Third period was our kryptonite.
Yeah.
We were up 4-3 at the end of the second, and then Boston just came storming back, and they won 7-4.
Yeah, it looked like the Kapanen shorthanded goal might have been, some type of momentum going into the third, but that just didn't carry over. And kudos to Boston. They played an amazing series. All of their top guys played beautifully.
Yeah.
Rask was obviously not at his best, so there was a chance there. But listen, we weren't supposed to win this year. I know everyone had their hopes up high, but Boston's a top-tier team, and we'll be back next year. Solo Boston.
For sure.
Their team's really good.
But they're against Tampa Bay, so it's going to be a tough series.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh against Washington, also a tough series. Western Conference, Vegas versus San Jose. They got creamed yesterday, 7-0.
Mm-hmm.
So not looking too good.
Yeah, and then I guess on a smaller scale, the Marlies also lost, but we were up 2-0 in that series, so not a huge deal.
And we were away that game as well, so I don't expect them to win, but probably Game 4 they'll be winning.
Yeah. And then, again, on a lower level, the Jays also lost to Boston that night on the strength of 2 Mookie Betts home runs. So
And they lost last night, I heard. 5-4.
It's okay. So I guess also TFC in the championship final, I thought we had it.
I thought we had it too. We won, actually, the game 2-1. So we tied on aggregate 3-3 with away goals. 2 away goals. They scored 2 away goals here. And then we both scored 1 at home. So it went straight to penalties. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to explain it. Giovinco, he tucked it top corner. So I thought, I said before the penalties, if Giovinco misses, we're losing. He scored, it was scary watching it. But then Osorio missed because he tried putting power behind it.
Yeah.
And then Bradley shot it into the stand. So we lost 4-2 on penalties, hence why we didn't win.
Yeah, and I'm sure nobody's a fan of championship games being decided on a shootout, no matter the sport. But it was a great showing by TFC. Unfortunately, they just couldn't capture that championship. And then the Raptors.
But we obviously did prove a point that
for sure.
We are a top-tier team within North America, not just Canada.
Yeah, so now TFC has work to do to climb out of the basement in MLS, but we are far and away the best team in MLS, so there's time for us to rectify where we are right now.
For sure.
But like I was saying, the Raptors, the lone Toronto team that won on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So that was good. But now we're back in a pickle again. Yeah. It's tough. It looks like every team is going to win their road games in that series. Their home games. So it'll be tough. Washington, like we already talked about it, Washington's a good team. They're not
an 8 seed team. No.
Yeah.
So tonight at 7 o'clock is the Washington-Toronto Raptors game. What do you think is going to take it?
I think Washington's going to take it just because, like I said, the home court advantage seems to be playing out pretty well. And we'll see. I mean, I don't like what Kelly Oubre said about DeLon Wright, but he's not lying. DeLon Wright's not the same guy on the road as he is at home.
Yeah, but he's been producing at home, though. That's
for sure. But we're not at home. So
we're not home. I don't know. I want the Raptors to take it, but I think I'm on the same boat as you, where Washington is going to take this because they have proven to us that they are not an 8 seed team and that they will take this game. So it's going to be a tough series. It's going to go to Game 7 just like the Leafs versus Bruins. So it's going to be a tough hill to climb.
Right. So the reason we didn't come to you on Monday, there were a couple things happening. So everyone heard about that foolish tragedy up in North Toronto with the jackass driving the van into a bunch of people. So a friend of mine was on the scene there. He barely escaped with his life. So very happy to report that he's okay, but He's not doing okay in hindsight. He witnessed some really terrible things. So
for sure. Well, we obviously do send our condolences to the family members that are affected by this tragedy.
Yeah.
And we hope you all stay strong. Hashtag Toronto Strong.
And the other reason was more on a personal note for us here at St. Albans. One of our co-workers, beautiful person, Cassandra.
My boss.
She lost her oldest son. And we just were not in the mood to come to you and talk about sports at that time. It's just an unbelievable tragedy. He was just the brightest, most energetic soul you would have ever met,
and only 8 years old.
8 years old, so gone way too soon.
Sure.
We send all of our love to Cassandra and her family. So what has been a beautiful situation to come out of that has been the support from the community and the entire St. Albans extended family.
Yeah.
We set up a GoFundMe page on Tuesday, and by Wednesday afternoon we had far surpassed the goal we were looking for. So we are going to provide the link in the description.
For sure.
And we're going to continue to support Cassandra. And again, there's nothing we can say or do but support and help her in this time of need, because it's just, there's no words. So that's why we didn't come to you on Monday. We're here today, and our thoughts are still with Cassandra and all of Toronto, really.
For sure.
So Zachary is going to be heading a solo show on Monday. He'll talk a little bit about what has gone on over the weekend in terms of sports, but something special he's got for you also.
It's a surprise, so you guys stay tuned. You got to subscribe to the channel and look out for Monday, because Monday is going to be a very special episode.
Yes. So again, hashtag Toronto Strong, and rest in peace, Tyrell Crooks. We loved you, and we still love you, Cassandra, and we're here for you. Take it easy, Toronto. We'll see you again.
Have a good one. Toodles.